How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Critics' Choice sale that runs through February 25th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25k by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $4.99, What Remains of Edith Finch is a narrative-focused first-person adventure where you return to the towering, maze-like Finch house to uncover the intimate stories behind each family member's final day and gradually unravel their unforgettable legacy. You'll move through shifting vignettes that mix clever mechanics, striking visual transitions, and rich environmental details as you inhabit different Finches across eras and emotional tones. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Mortal Kombat 11 is a fast-paced fighting game where you step into the arena with a massive roster of returning legends and new warriors as time itself unravels in an epic clash against Kronika. You'll customize each character with detailed variations, skins, and abilities, then dive into tense, combo-heavy battles that blend crisp mechanics, cinematic presentation, and bone-crunching X-ray attacks that make every hit feel devastating. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $3.99, Rayman Legends is a precision platforming adventure where Rayman, Glowbox, and the gang leap back into action to stop a growing horde of twisted nightmares overrunning the Glade of Dreams. You'll sprint across rhythm-based levels, chain acrobatic moves through hand-drawn stages, and tackle inventive challenges that mix tight platforming, environmental puzzles, and frantic cooperative chaos into one endlessly creative package. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $3.99, Dragon's Crown Pro is a hand-painted 2D action RPG that brings Vanillaware's stunning fantasy world of Hydaelyn to life with gorgeous art, orchestral music, and exhilarating side-scrolling combat. You'll choose from 6 distinct character classes, each with unique skills, abilities, and equipment, and battle through sprawling, monster-filled dungeons packed with traps and treasure in both solo and cooperative multiplayer. It's an 83 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $4.39, Unravel 2 is a heartfelt puzzle platformer where you create your own Yarny and embark on a cooperative journey of connection, courage, and discovery. You'll traverse beautifully crafted environments, from cold, desolate landscapes to vibrant forests and sunlit shores, solving physics-based puzzles that require creativity and teamwork to overcome obstacles, collect secrets, and unravel the world's mysteries together. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Mortal Kombat XL is the definitive edition of the acclaimed fighting game, combining the main Mortal Kombat X experience with a massive roster of new and returning characters for intense, brutal, and cinematic battles across multiple modes. You'll master fast-paced, cinematic combat with unique abilities, fatalities, and combos, facing off in both single-player modes and online multiplayer against friends or global competitors. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Dishonored Definitive Edition is a stealth action adventure from Arcane Studios, where you play supernatural assassin Corvo Attano, seeking revenge in the plague-ridden city of Dunwall. With flexible combat that blends supernatural abilities, weapons, and gadgets, plus all-included DLC like Dunwall City Trials and story expansions starring Dodd, it offers a complete and highly replayable immersive sim experience. It's an 89 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Resident Evil 4 is the survival horror shooter that revolutionized the genre, remastered in full 1080p with a smoother frame rate, sharper visuals, and all previously released bonus content. Step into the role of Leon S. Kennedy as he travels to a remote European village on a desperate mission to rescue the president's daughter, only to uncover a nightmarish cult infected with a mind-controlling parasite. It's a 96 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4.99, Burnout Paradise Remastered is an open-world driving game where you tear through the streets of Paradise City, performing high-speed stunts, wreaking havoc, and mastering daring crashes at blistering arcade speeds. You'll explore downtown avenues, mountain roads, and the expanded Big Surf Island while competing in races, challenges, and chaotic online multiplayer mayhem with friends or other players worldwide. It's an 88 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Shadow of War is an open-world action RPG where you infiltrate Mordor, build a powerful army, and conquer fortresses while facing the dark, relentless forces of Sauron and his ringwraiths across a vast fantasy landscape. You'll engage in epic battles, recruit followers, and experience the award-winning Nemesis system, which creates unique personal stories, rivalries, and memorable encounters with every enemy and ally you face. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Resident Evil 6 is an action horror thriller that delivers 4 intersecting campaigns, fast-paced combat, and explosive set pieces that push the series in a bold, cinematic, and wildly ambitious new direction. Follow Leon, Chris, Jake, and Ada across outbreaks filled with bioterror threats, shootouts, and tense encounters as each storyline blends gameplay styles, shifting perspectives, and memorable character moments. It's a 71 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Injustice 2 is a story-driven fighting game where DC's greatest heroes and villains clash in brutal, visually stunning combat across fully destructible arenas filled with dynamic stage transitions and powerful environmental attacks throughout the multiverse. You'll collect and equip gear after every battle, customizing and evolving heroes like Batman, Wonder Woman, and The Flash with unique builds that change their look and powers. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Resident Evil 5 brings one of the most popular entries in the survival horror series to PlayStation 4 in full 1080p HD with a smoother frame rate, delivering intense, thrilling action and cooperative gameplay with cinematic flair and updated controls. Play solo or with a friend as Chris Redfield and Shiva Alomar battle bioorganic threats across Africa, uncovering a sinister plot while facing hordes of infected enemies and powerful bosses. It's an 86 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $4.99, The Evil Within is a pure survival horror experience from Shinji Mikami that throws you into a nightmarish world of grotesque creatures, psychological terror, relentless dread, and shifting, unstable realities. With tightly crafted environments, scarce resources that force careful decision-making, terrifying enemy encounters, and a disturbing story blending action with relentless tension, it delivers a punishing and atmospheric descent into madness. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Death's Door is a stylish, top-down action adventure where you play as a crow tasked with reaping souls in a haunting, mysterious world where death no longer naturally occurs. When a soul you're assigned to collect is stolen, you'll embark on a perilous journey through strange lands untouched by time, battling bizarre creatures and unraveling a conspiracy that threatens the fragile balance of life and death itself. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Wolfenstein The New Order is an alternate history first-person shooter set in 1960s Europe, where a ruthless regime uses advanced technology to dominate the globe and only super soldier BJ Blazkowicz can rewrite history. With elite combat tactics, an arsenal of advanced weaponry, resistance missions, and battles against massive mechs and unstoppable super soldiers, it delivers an intense campaign of global-scale warfare. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Resident Evil, the 2002 version, is the survival horror game that defined the genre, now fully remastered in HD with updated visuals, smoother gameplay, and dramatically enhanced sound design for an even more immersive experience. In 1998, a Special Forces team is sent to investigate bizarre murders on the outskirts of Raccoon City, only to be ambushed by bloodthirsty dogs and forced to seek refuge in a sprawling, eerie mansion. It's a 90 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Ys Origin is an action RPG where you play as one of 3 heroes, a mighty warrior, a cunning mage, or an unlockable third character, seeking the missing goddesses within the demon-infested Devil's Tower. You'll battle hordes of enemies using a mix of swordsmanship, magic, and unique character abilities, exploring multiple floors filled with powerful relics, challenging puzzles, and epic bosses that test your reflexes and strategy. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 85 hours to platinum. For $4.49, the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition is a first-person philosophical puzzle game where you play as a sentient AI navigating a mysterious simulation filled with humanity's greatest ruins and enigmatic cathedrals. You'll solve increasingly complex puzzles that challenge logic and spatial reasoning, using a variety of tools while uncovering hidden terminals and optional challenges that gradually reveal the darker, haunting narrative. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Unravel is a puzzle platformer that introduces Yarny, a lovable character made from a single thread of yarn that slowly unravels as you explore the snow-dusted landscapes of northern Scandinavia. Using Yarny's thread to swing from branches, hitch rides on kites, and overcome inventive environmental challenges that test both skill and timing, you'll embark on a heartfelt journey through levels that symbolize the ties that bind loved ones. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I played What Remains of Edith Finch, Dragon's Crown, Dishonored, Shadow of War, Wolfenstein, and the Resident Evil games, so I recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.